Hello friends, in today's video of Microsoft Excel, we are going to discuss the conditional formatting section of Home ribbon. So basically, conditional formatting section tries to format the cell based on the provided condition and comparing it with the cell value. So suppose I have provided a conditional formatting that it needs to fill the color yellow based on the cell value if the cell value is more than 95. Then it will format the cell and fill the color yellow if the cell value is more than 95 by comparing the cell content or the cell value with the provided condition. So that is the function of conditional formatting, to automatically update the formatting based on the provided condition. So if you change the value of the cell, it will automatically change the formatting based on that. To understand this thing, we have this example here in which we have OPD attendees on various dates with their details of gender and SPO2 level at the presentation. And in this video, we are going to discuss just these functions which are highlighting the cell based on various rules. Additionally, we will see some more rules particularly to highlight the cell. So in first one, we will try to highlight the cell based on condition if the value is greater than 95 and I want to fill the color green with dark green text here. You may also customize the format in terms of various color of font style, as well as providing the border as per your liking, fill color as well as fill pattern. So particularly right now, I may also choose like this as well. So what it will do, it will fill the color of a particular custom format based on the cell value. So if I change the value here as well, suppose I make it 90, then it will take up the condition and fill the color based on that. Now suppose I change the value here to 89, it will automatically change the formatting in the particular cell. Now in this, we had provided an absolute condition, that is the value 90 or 95. Now suppose I want to make it variable based on a value in a particular cell. Suppose I want to have the cutoff as 94 as provided in a particular cell here. So we can go into manage rule. Whatever rule that you have applied in the particular selected cells would be shown here. So you can go into edit rule and here you can change that rule as well. So suppose I am selecting this particular cell, then whatever value that we give in this cell, it will use it as a condition. So as we see here, there are dollar marks in front of column and row particulars. So it's an absolute value or absolute reference. So when you click OK, it will use that one OK here as well, and it will use the particular condition here. So suppose I change the value here, it will change the condition and will format the cell based on that particular value. Now from here we can also clear the rules in the selected cells or entire sheet, or various other options are available as well when you use in a table format or you are using a pivot table. So we are clearing the rules from the selected cells. Now suppose you want to have relative referencing. So for that we have this example where we have SPO2 level of a particular patient on different dates. And suppose you want to see that if the SPO2 level of the particular patient is increasing or decreasing on day-to-day level. For that we can have a relative referencing for conditional formatting. So for that we will go to this thing in greater than section, we will select this particular cell and we will remove this dollar sign by pressing F4 key multiple times, or you can manually remove that dollar sign as well. And we will select green fill with green text. You can select whatever the formatting that you like to have. After clicking OK, we will go to this format painter, select this one and paste it to all the other cells. Now what it does is, it changes the reference as it goes down. So here we can see that 89 is less than 92, so it has not changed the formatting. But here 90 is more than 86, so it has changed color to 90. Here the 95 is equal to 95, and that's why it has not changed the color, because we have provided a conditional formatting as greater than, not greater than or equal to. Additionally, the same thing you can do by another way, like this. You can select all the cells below that particular first reference cell. Then you can go to this section, select that particular cell, remove the absolute referencing, select the formatting and press OK. So it will give you the same result as we received from the previous method. Now we go to the next one, that is to highlight the cell with value less than. And here also we can have a absolute referencing with a formatting, and it will highlight the cell based on that. Then in the next one we can have values between. So suppose I want to have value in between these two values to be highlighted, and I want to highlight them with yellow color, then it can be done. Now another use of this conditional formatting is that we may also filter it based on color. So if I filter it with color, I can get only those values which are in between the particular provided range. So that is a use in terms of using filter after conditional formatting. You can also sort by color as well. So all the yellow color cell would be first and non-yellow color would be the next one. And you can sort vice versa as well. Next, we will provide the next condition, that is to highlight the cell which are equal to a particular value. So here we take this value and click OK. So it will give us highlighted values which are equal to this one. Next, we will see the conditional formatting that is particularly useful in terms of cells that contains text. So you can highlight the cell based on the text content of the cell. Suppose I want to highlight the females in this particular data set, then I can do it by this function. But suppose you want to highlight the males, you can see the issue here is that female word in itself also contains the letter MALE, that is male, and that's why it will also get highlighted. The solution of this issue is there in this section of more rules, and that will be seeing in later part of this video. Now you can also highlight cells with a particular date, like you can highlight the cell which are in yesterday. So all the cell which has value of yesterday would get highlighted. So these are the cells which has 27 September as a date. So as today is 28 September when I recording this video, it will highlight those cells with of yesterday's date. So suppose I highlight today, then it will get overlapped over this thing. So you need to first clear the older rule. So this is the first rule and this is the second rule. So I would delete this one and click OK here. So it will highlight only those cells which has date of today. Then you can also highlight other dates as well, like tomorrow, the dates which are in last 7 days, last week, this week. Now the week starts from Monday or Sunday, whatever the setting that you have provided in your system. So if Microsoft Excel considers the Sunday as the first day, then it will consider that particular day for the start of this week or the last week or next week. Then last month, this month and next month. So suppose I select here this month, so it will highlight all the dates here, because all the dates in this data set are from this month only. Now we clear the rules. Next rule is for duplicate value. So it will highlight all the values which are in duplicates. Or if you want to highlight only unique values, then you can do that as well. So if you select duplicate, those values which are unique here will not get highlighted, and you can filter them out as well by selecting this no fill function in filter. So it will give you the unique value only and removing the duplicate values. Now we move towards the additional formatting section of this highlight cell rules. So when we enter that, we can see additional functions as well. First function that we have already gone through, that is to provide particular formatting details. So suppose I select this color for formatting here, and I will keep the font as black color only. Based on cell value, you can have between, that we have already seen, not in between. So you can select not in between value. Suppose you have selected first value 90 here and 94 here, then it will highlight all the cells which are outside that particular range. So it will not highlight the 93 here and will highlight all the rest of the value which are outside the range. Then you can also highlight equal to values, so values which are not equal to a particular value. Like we have used this 98 in terms of equal to. If you want to highlight all the cells which are not equal to 98, you can do that from here, which was not available in this particular drop down. Then next one is less than and greater than. You can also use greater than or equal to. So here we can have equal to as well of a particular value. Then you can highlight the cell based on specific text, like text containing, then the text not containing. Here I can use female, and that will give us the solution of the previous issue. Like I can have specific text not containing female. I will choose the formatting like this here and click OK. Then it will be able to highlight all the males as well as the gender title, because it is not also containing female word. Then we can also use other text as well in the cell which begin with a particular word or letter. Here you can also use the wildcards as well. If you want to use wildcard, it can be useful here, ending with a particular letter or set of letter. Then dates occurring, these are the same options that were available in previous section as well. Then blanks, if the cells are blanks, then it will highlight the cells in a particular format. Then you can select not blank as well, so it will highlight the cell which are not blank with a particular formatting. It can also highlight errors, like suppose I have this kind of error here which routinely occurs in some particular usage of formula, then you can highlight that kind of condition as well. So when you go here, select, it will highlight the format based on this, and if you select no error, it will highlight the cell which are having no errors in themselves. So this is for errors. When you select for non-errors, it will highlight rest other cells. So that's all related to highlights the cell based on this particular conditions and some additional conditions as well from this menu. I hope you would have learned something new. If you do have, kindly like the video and share it. Comment below the video if you have any issue in applying this conditional formatting, or if you have some suggestions for future topics. Kindly subscribe the channel and press the bell icon to receive all the updates in this channel and all the videos. Thank you.